are coming out, man.
You can't run with the big dogs. Get out of here.
Oh, does that get you fired up?
Man, it is playoff football time.
We made it. We have made it to this point, man.
Absolutely. Hey, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you, man.
Happy New Year.
How was your New Year's?
It was fantastic.
What'd you
great
do?
New Year, great holiday. Oh, no,
I know you had all the kids in
all
town,
family time.
everybody's
Yeah, all the
together,
kids were around. We just a lot of family time. It was just nice to kind of unwind, unplug a little bit, and relax. So it was great. How about you guys?
Yeah, we did the exact same thing.
Yeah.
I mean, we basically did like New Year's Eve. It was just us at the house.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that's all we did. And actually, it was one of the best ever. I mean, nothing against having a big party, but it was just fun just to be sitting around and just being quiet and doing not much.
Welcome to 2020.
2020. Can you believe that?
2020.
Not only that, welcome to 2020. This is Wild Card Weekend, man.
It is a wild
That
card
is
weekend.
it. Oh, my gosh. This is so fun. So, hey, everybody. This is Carl. This is Doug, and we are back. We are back for Wild Card Weekend, man.
Wild Card Weekend.
Can you believe that? 17 freaking weeks already.
Goes by. I mean, I feel like I was getting knocked out of my Survivor pool just yesterday in week 1. And I mean, it just goes by.
Because
so
you did.
fast. Right. Boy.
Oh, man.
So.
I know. I just, you know, I am bummed because you're not seeing all the teams, but I'm excited because it's the playoffs.
Let me before how you holding up? That's what I really want to know. I mean, I felt so bad watching that game. Everybody knows that you are a true Buckeye. And my question is, how are you guys doing? Are you okay? Because I feel bad.
Okay, so for everybody, I must admit, Carl, as we're going to talk about, Carl says, well, do we talk about the game? And I'm like, we don't have to. We don't have to talk about the game.
Yeah.
But no, you said you got to talk about the game. I mean, okay, is what it is. We've got our matchup now. LSU, who just annihilates Oklahoma.
They came out and just rolled them from go.
They beat Oklahoma like Oklahoma stole money from them. I mean, it was
I thought that game, all those points, I was like, wow, Oklahoma can score. Is it going to be back in LSU?
Oh, no, man. They just came out and just punched them. I don't think there's much to talk about there.
No.
I mean, the game to talk about is, you know, I hate this. But, okay, it is what it is.
We saw two teams that were just, I mean, what a season Ohio State had. You dominated every week. At no point in any game did you ever really have the feeling that you could lose.
No,
I mean, you just thoroughly dominated.
Absolutely not.
And Clemson did the same thing. And watching that game, to see just two unbelievable heavyweights duke it out, I mean, the outcome was not, ideal for Buckeye, but it was just a fantastic game. I'm sorry. It was a great game.
If you're in the playoff committee, you're high-fiving each other because you go, that's what it's all about. It's that kind of game where it comes down to the last person with the ball, right? That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
So they got that right. The Oklahoma, you know what? Here's the reality. It would have been Oklahoma. It would have been Baylor. It would have been Oregon. It wouldn't have mattered. The same. Yep. It doesn't matter.
They had the 4 best.
Whatever lamb they put in front of LSU, they just slaughtered them in the same way. Yeah. I mean, LSU is that kind of good team. So, a bunch of people have been asking me about, the refs calls and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, it's irritating as all, snot.
There were a couple that were.
But the refs didn't run into the punter. The refs did not tackle Trevor Lawrence. You know what I mean? It's like it still came down to the field, and it still came down to playing football.
You had the ball at the end of the game with a chance to win.
You controlled your own destiny, right? Yeah, that's what it comes down to. So,
I'll take that every time.
Yeah, as much as it sucks and all that, but you know what? It was a hell of a game. Absolute hell of a game. We'll talk about this.
A great season.
That's right. We'll talk about this more next week as we approach, the actual championship
a couple
game.
weeks away.
I know. Really. I mean, no, the interesting thing is...
Two NFL playoff rounds will be completed.
I know, by the time they do that. I don't know. I mean, just a little...
It's going to be a heck of a game.
My kids are going back to school already.
Yeah.
And it's like, these are still students, They still have to go and do their homework and stuff like that. It is quite a grind on them to be able to do that. So it's going to be
a great game. I mean, the stage is set for a great
I haven't
finale.
Looked at the spread yet. Have you seen the spread at all?
No. I don't want to comment on it because I have not gone that far yet.
Okay,
yeah, I'm going to say...
So we're going to do this...
Two or three.
Okay, so you're thinking like 2 or 3?
Yeah.
We were doing this completely blind.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, I want to see how we actually picked this here.
Again, we're live because we can't edit this out. I don't even want to comment on it.
Oh, jeez. Okay, LSU definitely. I'm going to say LSU by 5.5. That's what my. Remember, it's in New Orleans.
It is, and
it is a home game for now. For all intents and purposes.
I'm still going a field goal.
Wait, okay, I'm gonna stop that.
2 or 3.
LSU by 8.5.
Wow,
that's what I'm going for right now.
I'll take Clemson at 8.5. I'll take Clemson at 8.5.
You know what? This could be the highest ranked show because everybody's going, Doug, okay, we'll take that.
Yeah, right?
You want to lay some coin on that?
Twitter feeds going to start coming in. But,
okay.
yeah, what a great season, though.
But there is something that maybe we could be happy about, talk about. Dude, you are either... You are at 36,000 feet, or you are just right.
Just a dumpster fire. Hey, look at that, 10-6. I'll take it.
You are the only one in Week 17 with a double-digit win.
It's a crazy week. That last week of the season is just a crazy week. I mean, it would make sense that my picks would do well because they're crazy. So
it's closer to an exhibition,
weekend.
Most games are, yeah. And then who'd have picked New England?
Oh. And that was one of my losses, I'll say. I didn't pick Miami.
Why don't we just jump right into it before we even forget about that?
That was a lot of people did have Miami. It was a 17-point line.
Yeah, absolutely.
The Dolphins win the game.
No.
Which,
and people...
I'll just skip ahead a little bit.
Right
the
now.
consensus,
just jump into right now.
Consensus brown bag for both of us. I mean, it's New England. Yeah, I mean, it's...
Okay. They would not be on this board right now. They would be in here had they not lost that game. It's at home. They're playing Miami. Are you serious?
Man.
I mean, are you serious?
I don't even understand how.
I don't understand that either. I mean, of all teams.
If this is the end, what a
what a way to go out. Yeah, what a way to go out. I mean, but oh my gosh, you're at home.
Yeah. And it mattered. Like the game mattered so much.
In one of the few games last week that truly mattered, that was one that mattered to them. I mean, who would it be? It'd be Kansas City, right? Playing,
Kansas City would be at home. No. And New England have a bye. It's a huge deal. That bye is a huge deal.
Oh my gosh! Look at these 4 teams with the byes.
I threw a soft go to the brown bag because I don't want to overlook this right here, Doug. I got to point out, Doug, for the full entire season, every single game that's been played. 127, 125. And
you know what?
That's pretty impressive.
That is something I'm proud of.
Nice.
To handle the whole season. And actually, I'm going to up it a notch, too. Ping was only 2 games off.
You guys had, I mean, that's really
between the 2 of us,
games.
we were 500.
Yeah.
I mean, which kind of shows that, I don't know if we really know what we're talking about, but... but
fun stuff.
There is something to it. But
picked every game and to come out ahead, or even close. Impressive. Okay, well, I've been impressed watching you guys from day one.
We will say this. We'll continue this on here.
Okay. Season's not over yet.
That's right. We still have a chance to goof it up.
The season is not over yet. Yeah.
But no, that really is fun. That was fun. And thank you to everybody who's been joining us along, on Twitter and that.
Yeah, it's been a really good time.
Oh, man. And like I said, we're still continuing this in the playoffs.
Heck yeah.
So the more people, the merrier. Jump on board there.
I think we got a new guy on the board, don't we? Didn't Brad jump in with some picks? Another Brad. We got another Brad.
Yeah, we got another one. Yeah, that's right. So, this week we've got some more coming this week for the wild cards. Yeah. So the board is expanding. Fun stuff.
Let's do it.
All right, where do you want to go from here?
What about that coaching carousel, Doug?
Dude.
I mean, that's one of your favorite segments.
This is
spinning.
This is really the thing is really spinning. In fact, gotta get this right here. Hold on. I think we've got a Jason Garrett sighting. If you don't mind putting that next to Jason Garrett.
Oh yeah, he's gone.
Yeah, finally that took all week long, didn't it?
Yeah.
That we got Jason Garrett gone.
Jerry Jones loves some Jason Garrett for sure.
Talk about controlling the media, right? So Garrett's gone. Well, Kitchens we knew this gone. One. Yeah. That Kitchens is gone.
One and done. I mean, that's how bad that season was. They were just so dysfunctional as a team.
Oh yeah.
That's
one
unusual. And done. Like it was straight to the head coach and GM. Like they were like, yeah, go.
Okay, so I got a question for you. Pat Shurmur gets axed after the second season with the Giants. Okay, now here's the question I have for you. He has the exact same record as Matt Patricia, who is in the second season for the Lions.
Great.
So
you know what?
So why did the Giants axe Shurmur, and then the Lions are still sticking with Patricia? I'm just okay. You're our local Lions homer here, so give me something on this one.
Look, the Lions. I will say, I'm not ready for. I want to give. I don't even know if I can say it's hard to say that you want to give them one more year, but there is something to be said for some consistency. Right now we're consistently bad, but I think a third year. I think a third year is gosh, it's so bad. A third year is fair in my opinion. I mean, but they've got to do it. They had the lead in like every game. They had the lead.
I think for the same reason, like Marone did not get canned in Jacksonville, is because they lose their starting quarterback, right? You lost Kerryon Johnson.
Stafford went down.
You lost Stafford. I mean, there is an argument that there were things out of his control, and he did the best that he could. You know,
and I will tell you,
resources.
They are not as dysfunctional as that team was.
No,
the Browns were just a disaster.
So, I got a question for you. Got a question for everybody out there. If you are a potential head coach, doesn't matter who it is that potential head coach. If you have a choice between the Browns, the Giants, and the Cowboys, which one of those teams
are you asking me which one Urban Meyer's going to pick? Is that what you're asking me? And which one Ryan Day's going to end up at?
Don't want to hear that.
I think Urban. I think Urban is going is in that scenario, and he gets to pretty much pick. I mean, there's a lot of chatter about him going to Cleveland.
Chatter. Okay.
But if I had to pick, I think I go to Dallas and I work for Jerry Jones just because the prestige and the eliteness.
Because you think about this
franchise.
Browns young quarterback, Giants young quarterback, Cowboys young quarterback.
They seem like they've got all the pieces.
Browns young running back, right? Mm-hmm. Giants young running back. Cowboys young running back. What I'm saying is that when you look at those three teams, if you're a potential head coach, you're like, wow. I mean, this is not like a rebuild we're talking about. You're actually bringing something up and getting it better. But
I think they're win ready. I really think Dallas is win ready.
I think, you know what? If there is something that could put me over, is what you just said, Jerry Jones. Yeah. You got an owner that wants to win, and they know a little bit about football, and they want to win. Don't know about the Browns. I mean, the Haslams are just. It just seems like a dumpster fire. And then with the Giants. I don't know. It's just the Giants, But I think I'm with
the Giants will find the Giants will get the right guy. But this is the job I think I would pick if I had to pick one. And who could end up in New York is Garrett.
It could be. I've heard that. I've read that too.
If I were to pick, have Urban Meyer, Jason Garrett, and Ryan Day in Cleveland.
What about Lincoln Riley?
I don't think Lincoln Riley is.
You don't think so?
I think that is just, to me, laughable.
Really?
He has run through a weak conference with no defense.
I'll give you that. That.
They go out there. He's had incredibly talented teams that have scored a lot of points, but that's it. They've got no scheme to shut down the other team, and I just don't know how he's going to translate to the NFL. I don't see that.
I don't know. Okay, other names we're hearing Mike McCarthy.
No, that's a solid
McCarthy's
NFL coach.
out there.
He's a winner. He can win.
I'm still an advocate for Jim Harbaugh.
I don't see him leaving Michigan, but who knows?
I'm still an advocate. Josh McDaniel is another one that's out there.
That's another one that's just wrong. Like, I don't see it. I don't see him.
You know what? I just don't trust coaches coming out of New England.
Yeah.
Belichick's family tree, the coaching tree is not that impressive. When you look at the coaches that come out,
coordinators, not coaches.
They're all coordinators, man. There you go. Let's talk about it again. You've seen it 100 times. Coach or coordinator. Yeah. McDaniels, he's coached before, so maybe there is a little bit more to it. But
tied himself to my boy Tebow out there in Denver.
But this is going to be fun over the next. Really, it's going to be over like the next week. This will not be going for. It's not like draft, where it's going to go on for a long time. Well, we're going to find out.
We're going to find out pretty quick here.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. So, we mentioned draft. What do you say?
Let's do it. Yeah, what's going on with the draft?
Okay, you tell me.
So, we had some pretty heated discussion about how the drafts, and Doug's got some great philosophy or some great things he thinks is going to go down.
We don't have enough time to talk about this stuff,
but I think the Bengals have to go with Joe Burrow.
See, this is where the conversation starts.
and my main reasoning on that is, look, I think the Bengals, Joe Burrow is the pick. I think if you pick him and he's a bust, nobody's going to question the fact that you picked him. Yeah. If you don't pick him and you get cute and you trade or you take somebody else and he ends up a Hall of Famer, you will never live that. I mean, you can't make that mistake. I think it's clear cut. Number one, I don't know if anybody. I think you're the first person I've heard with that take that you have.
Yeah.
with just not believing in Burrow.
I'm not sold on Burrow. I'm just not sold on him.
But
okay.
I think he's just. I don't think you can swing and miss. I think you have to take him. You just have to. I think it's a great spot to be in because I don't think it's a 50-50 shot. It's you have to take Burrow, and if he doesn't make it and he's a bust, you took the right guy.
Okay, so here is my super secret tracker right here. Going to announce it for all the world. We're going to do this real quick.
Okay,
here's what's going to happen.
He's got to get it out there.
I got to get it out there.
Build up.
I cannot. I've been sitting on this.
All right,
okay,
let's hear this
here's
theory.
what's going to happen. This is going to happen right here. It's the Giants. Giants are the wild card right there. They want Chase Young bad. Imagine that. Daniel Jones, Saquon Barkley, Chase Young. What a
They want him so bad that they won that game against Washington.
Okay, here's what's going to happen. Giants are going to trade up to Bengals. They're going to trade with Bengals, so the Bengals move down to 4. Bengals get a couple other giant draft picks in that. Giants pick up Chase Young. They don't need a quarterback. They got Dwayne Haskins, right? So Burrow drops there. The Lions, who knows what the heck the Lions are going to do? That's when they'll pick a tight end or some punter or something. Who knows what, right? Which means the Bengals come down here. They could still get Joe Burrow. At that point, I'm saying go ahead, get Burrow. You get some draft picks, take a shot at it. That's going to be my scenario. The Giants are going to move up to number 1.
You just put it out there now.
I just put it right
because we will edit a clip of that. If that happens, we will be editing that clip and showing everybody. Because that's right. That's on record.
That's it right there.
I love it. I think it's way far-fetched, but you go, man. I like it.
Let's go with far-fetched. Okay. Before we get into the wild card games.
Who you got?
Tell you
Who's left?
Here
Who
you go.
got?
Here you go. Dude, this is it. We got 12 teams left over here. Who is still your number 1 team?
My number 1.
Each conference. Got the NFC, AFC.
I am shifting my number 1. I've been high on the Niners all year.
Are you kidding me?
I've been high on the Seahawks.
Seahawks, they got a lot of injuries.
Yep.
The running back injuries.
I'm shifting.
They lost their middle linebacker. He's out for the ACL.
I'm shifting to Green Bay.
Oh my gosh, are you kidding me?
I think Green Bay can go to San Francisco and win that football game.
Are you kidding me?
I do. And I don't think anybody's going up to Lambeau in a couple of weeks and winning. I mean, it may not be freezing cold, but it's still outdoors. So
let's be honest. Nobody wants to play in Lambeau Field. I mean, January Lambeau Field, that's not a vacation destination in any way, shape, or form. I mean,
Green Bay, San Francisco, that's like a throwback to the midnight. Like I'm looking forward to that. That matchup. Who do you got NFC?
I'm going Saints.
You like the Saints?
I like the Saints.
You like the Saints to go into Green Bay and win on the road.
That is going to be a tough, because if the Saints win this weekend, they do go to Green Bay.
And you know that they aren't going to win in Green Bay. You just wanted to say, like, you have believed in the Saints all year, because when I hadn't been a guest on the show yet, and every week you were Teddy Bridgewater, and every week I was like, nope.
Because he's going to be playing with my Raiders. There's my other super secret checker right there. Yeah.
So I get your deep down.
AFC. Go to AFC.
I think they're vulnerable. I do. I think they're vulnerable. I think because
vulnerable to who?
They're vulnerable to anyone in this field that ends up playing them.
No way.
Yes, I think that.
No way.
I am not going with the favorite in Baltimore to get through this field. At this point, I really believe that this was over, but they have a path to get there.
It's one of those things. How do you bet against them?
And
you know what I mean? To win it. Now, we're not talking about points and all that. Just to
so look, I'm going to go out. This is way off here. I'm going with Houston.
Okay.
I'm going with Houston.
I'm going with Kansas City. I'm going Kansas City.
I like it.
I think Kansas City's it. Okay.
So Kansas City's going to go into Baltimore and win that game.
That will be the game.
Yep.
I
agree.
I will sit down and be happy to watch that game.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
I think we've got some good ones.
All right, we got 4 games this weekend. It's kind of interesting. They've got the AFC on Saturday, and they got the NFC on Sunday.
Perfect.
Let's do it. Okay, let's start. Let's go with our Saturday. 4:35 Saturday afternoon. The Bills
Mafia
rumble in down to the Texans. See, can the Texans corral the Bills? Texans by 3. What do you got?
Okay. I'm going to tell you that the Buffalo Bills have been a favorite of mine all season.
You have. You've been consistently picking them.
And I think that their time is coming. I don't think it's now. I think the Bills win that division next year. I think they're taking over.
I think you're right.
I don't think it's going to happen now. I think down in Houston, the Texans are going to pull out this win. It's not because I don't have a love for Buffalo. If Buffalo wins this game, I will be pulling for them the rest of the way. I just happen to think that Houston's going to win that football game.
Well, I'm going to tell you this. Pinger, who could be back, he's actually back in the United States now after traveling all over the place. Right. He is actually back. He's going with the Bills. 3 points. You know what, dude? It's a home game. Playoff, even though I said the exact same thing last week and the Texans lost at home.
I like Deshaun Watson's experience. I like
Deshaun Watson's experience. He's been in the playoffs. Yeah. He's, you're right. These guys, they've got a great future ahead of them.
They're going to come to play.
They got a great future ahead of them. But I think you're right. It's going to be the Texans.
The time's coming. Buffalo's taking over in that division.
Is this the game, if anything, this is like, a generational type of thing, where the passing of the baton sort of thing. You got the Titans going into Foxborough Saturday night, Patriots by 5. It's going to be raining, too. From what I understand, the weather's going to be kind of ugly-ish. So, who do you like?
That game was such an epic collapse that it makes you wonder if the time has come.
It's come. Right? That's right.
Are they going to lose a home playoff game, Brady and Belichick? Are they going to have that kind of an epic collapse and then lose a home playoff game?
I just can't.
I'm going to say I'm not going to get real cute on this, and I'm going with New England to win this game by more than a touchdown.
Okay, even though they're a brown bag last week, they cooked it up.
That was epic. That was well deserved of the brown bag.
Against the Dolphins and everything, right?
This would be a game worth overreaction. Tennessee's got momentum. Derrick Henry's the leading rusher in the NFL.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of reasons that you could point to Tennessee, but they're still going into New England for a playoff game. That place is going to be rocking.
So, I'm with you. Okay, do I think the Patriots are going to make it all the way to the end? No, I don't think so. One game on a Saturday night, Tom Brady, it's hard to go against them. Mm-hmm. Can they get through the juggernaut that's right here between the Ravens and the Chiefs? I don't think so. But in this one game, it will come down to Derrick Henry. Can they run the ball? How much can they run the ball on Saturday night?
Yeah,
that's going to be a big one. That's right.
Yeah,
okay,
it should be fun.
Interesting game here. Sunday, go to NFC. The Vikings visit the Saints. Saints by 7.5. That's a pretty meaty number, man. Right?
And the Vikings have been good.
They got Dalvin Cook back too.
And
that's a big one. Big one.
This game feels so much to me like LSU Oklahoma in the fact that I thought Oklahoma, that's a lot of points. Oklahoma's going to run with them, and who's going to score last. I think the Saints are going to come out like LSU. I think the Saints are going to come out. They're going to get on top. They're going to get on top by a lot, and they're just going to cruise to the finish. And I mean, that's what I think.
You know what? I'm going to go with you on that because the Saints have been bridesmaids and not of their own making the last 2 years. Remember, the Vikings was 2 years ago. Yeah. That last ridiculous, touchdown, by the Vikings. Last year they were robbed by the Rams. I think they're at home. They're going. We're going to make a statement. We're just going to come out. We're just going to do a punching. Right from the very beginning.
Get out in front big and hold on.
So we're just going to hold on.
Yep.
That's right. In fact, you might see Teddy Bridgewater.
It's going
to be so big.
Right.
Teddy's on display for Doug. Okay.
That's what I think.
Interesting game here.
You and I are.
I know we are, dude. I mean, let's
I don't know if it's one of my good weeks or a bad week.
I know it's going to be good or bad for one of us, right? Okay. The Sunday afternoon game, the Seahawks flying into the Eagles.
Man, the Birds.
Eagles are dogs.
At home, right?
They are flightless birds at home. 1.5. Now, wait a minute. They've got no running game. Mm-hmm. You've got Money Lynch now. You got Marshawn back. They just lost their starting linebacker, middle linebacker, to an ACL injury. But, okay, it's one game. Mm-hmm. Russell Wilson versus Carson Wentz. Yep. I mean, what are you going to put your money on?
The home team.
The home team? All right. Pinger's thinking Hawks. Go ahead.
And I would. I mean, Russell Wilson, he was for a while there running league MVP. It came down to the last play of the game against the number one seed. I mean,
they took it down to the bitter end.
I don't think their injuries are that big of a concern, and as bad as the NFC East has been, I can't believe I'm picking them to win.
I can't believe you're picking them to win either.
But
dude, I just look. I can't believe you're picking them to win.
It's the word down. Nobody's picking us. Nobody believes in us. Clemson theory,
right? Believe that
nobody believes in us. We won our division.
No.
Yeah, they're going to win that football game.
Okay, I'm going to go. This is where we.
This would be my Kool-Aid pick.
You and I were just fine. You and I were just fine till this one.
But we had to have a tiebreaker, and it's going to come down to Sunday night for you and I.
I think that their beaks and talons are a lot sharper than the Eagles right here.
The Eagles are going to fly higher and soar higher than a Seahawk.
No,
Seahawk.
It's the Hawks, man.
Crumbs in the parking lot, aren't they?
No, it is. No, it's going to be the Hawks. This
it's
is
wild
fun.
card weekend.
This is really fun. Actually, I like only the 4
weekend.
games. We can actually talk about the games and not have to rush through
telling
anything
you.
here.
So if the Saints win, the
Saints go to
Green Bay.
Green Bay.
The Saints win. They're going to Lambeau.
They go to Lambeau. That's right.
And then the winner of this game, if the Saints win, the winner of this game goes to San Francisco.
Right.
The only thing that would flip that is if the Vikings win, then
so
they would.
we'll know Sunday afternoon.
Yeah.
Midday Sunday exactly who's going to go where, depending on that.
If the Vikings win, they would go to San Francisco.
Yep, exactly. And then over here, if the Patriots win, then they go to Kansas City, and then the winner of this one would go to the Ravens.
Yep.
And just get annihilated by.
You're ready. You've already taken Baltimore next week.
Sorry.
So, I got to see how things kind of play out. Because if Buffalo wins this football game, that's gonna could change my whole way of thinking on how this is gonna go out. But right now, my team to look out for is right there, Aaron Rodgers and the Cheeseheads.
You said that earlier. I'm not sold on that one, dude. I just don't see
Something about Green Bay now.
There is to me. There's a similarity between the Packers and the Patriots. I'm just saying they're going to have to prove it. I mean, let's be honest. Nobody wants to go to Lambeau, right? No, it doesn't matter who it is.
If they had got that one seed, I'd be standing here right now telling you they are in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, no, that is not a vacation destination in the middle of January. There is no way anybody wants to go there.
I think of a lot of fans that want to be there.
But when you think about it, if the Saints do win, you got Drew Brees, you got Aaron Rodgers. I mean, it's just the storylines are really, really nice in that game.
I like our picks. And before we wrap up for this great weekend, I want to ask, do you see a scenario where the Vikings can win that football game?
Not a chance. No, I mean, Dalvin Cook's back.
NFL,
Dalvin
right?
Cook's back. That's the only Kirk Cousins just does not play good under the lights. I mean, under the bright lights. It's a stage, right?
Yeah.
They're the only ones playing that day at that time. No, I just don't see it. I don't see it.
Man.
Do you see it?
I don't see a scenario where the Vikings can win. That would stun me. They're capable, of course. It's the NFL. They're in the playoffs, and they've had a good year. I just feel like the Saints are just going to be riled up. Like I said, I think they're going to run out and get it.
They got something to show, dude. This is
2020
as usual. This is
Let's
great.
Get 2020 off started right.
So we will get this on Twitter again, on Facebook, and on YouTube. We want to hear your picks. We want to see who you think is going to make it this weekend. We talked about a lot of things, Coach Carousel. We talked about
your big trade in the draft.
That's right. The
your big prediction.
Draft. We'll talk more about the big championship game next week.
Yeah,
dude, this is an absolute blast. Hey,
let's do it.
See ya.
Thanks, everybody.